When we talk about feedback, we often think about it in the context of negativity. So somebody's done something wrong, or they're not behaving the way we want them to behave, so we need to give them some feedback. But we should be using feedback from a positive perspective as well, because people need affirmation that they're doing the right thing, and so they need to keep doing that. But I think what I want to share with you today is also how you can use a positive feedback model, even when it's maybe a more difficult or negative situation. So to do this, we use something called the EIE model. And the EIE model is built, first of all, by, we need, the first E is the example. So we need to provide an example of something that we've done. And so what we would do here is we take a situation that we've been through. And the key here is actually not to focus in on what went wrong, but actually, because even some of the worst situations, there was probably something that happened that was good. So if you can think, even if it's only the 1% of it, focusing on that positive thing, because this is the important part, is that we want to go on the positive. And then build on that by talking about the impact that positive piece is. So, talk about, that part that you did there, we'll get back to the rest, what was the impact of that, and why was that good, or why was that important to be done, because if we hadn't done, what might have gone wrong. So we're really honing in here on something that was really positive from the situation, the impact it had, or why it was important that it happened. And then it enables you then to go into the big question, which is, okay, now we've considered that and we're feeling positive, and we're not sitting here going, oh my God, I'm in such trouble because I've done this so wrong. We can then go, okay, now when you reflect and think about this, what would have been even better? So what would have been even better if? And that enables people then to safely go into all these negative elements in a more positive way and go, well, actually, yeah, if we'd have done that bit differently, that would have been a much better outcome. So you can see, even in the most desperate of situations, by focusing on that very small positive part and why that was important, you can then very naturally just talk about continuous improvement almost, really, other than just, line up all the things that went wrong, which will drive a very negative and a bad energy in the room. Clearly, though, we should also use this when things go really, really well, because conversely, when things go really, really well, there's always areas to improve. So again, focusing on the same thing, what went really well with this situation, what was the impact of all those things that went well, and then going, okay, let's think about if we did this whole thing again, what would have made it even better? It's quite amazing that even in some of the most positive outcomes, there's always something we can do better to improve it. So that's the EIE model, great positive feedback model, a great way to frame something that's maybe quite difficult and that went quite wrong in a more positive way, but still use it in positive situations to pull out that little incremental gain that's always there to be had. EIE.